Hi, you're programming with me, Jake, and today I have got a small demonstration I want to show you, and I've got a lot of talking to do, so unfortunately it's going to be one of those videos. I'll skip on ahead, I'll put in the description of when the augmentation stuff happens. Anyway, there's quite a few things I want to get off my chest. There's a new method of augmentation that I've been working with recently, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. The reason for this is because I haven't had much time to actually explore it, so every time I plan something for it, or halfway through something using this new method, I will then find something that changes the whole design of the program I'm working on, so I'll have to restart again. This has happened about 3 or 4 times. Now I have a dead set sort of idea of what I want to do, because it is a lot more open. I would say I've been able to accomplish a lot more. So let's talk about this method. This method is called user-defined targeting, and it is pretty much what it sounds like, of the user themselves choosing what target they want to augment on, as in whatever surface possible. So, like, you could use pot arts, for example, you could use a game cover, you could use a box of some sort, like, as long as it's got some sort of pattern and colour variation, you know, something that doesn't repeat over and over again, like, it will work. I mean, you could, like, use a newspaper cover, magazines, leaflets, anything with a flat surface with varied patterns. So, pretty much anything. I've even experimented by, like, finding particular patches of grass that looks different with dirt around it and stuff, and it does sometimes work with that, though I wouldn't really suggest it for any program that does support user-defined targeting. Anyway, the method of augmentation I used previously, or in a lot of my other programs, was with image targets and cylinder markers, and those were predefined images that, well, that the program would react to. So the main difference is that, of course, user-defined targeting, anything can be augmented. I mean, not anything can be augmented. Anything could be augmented on. But with cylinder targets and image targets, unfortunately, you would actually have to say, "Hey, dude, check out this image. Okay, scan your phone over it. Yeah!" And you know, there's a bit of a difference with that, because you have to make sure people get the image with the other programs, and of course nobody's going to bother getting an image off the internet and then printing it off, whatever. It's a bit sort of so been working a lot with user-defined targeting and just trying to get dead on with that. And again, the methods are a little different. Like with image targeting, it was just as simple as a algorithm that picks up that particular image and then goes, "I recognize this image, I will render the scene here." User-defined targeting, you set your own target yourself, so you can create so many different targets for your program to augment on. However, this has limitations already, because of, essentially, you will have your scene, the scene of the program, the scene is the program itself, and what will happen when you use user-defined targeting, every time you create a new target, that scene will be cloned. And that clone will be the version that, well, all the cloned objects will be the things that you can edit and change and get the program to work with. But unfortunately, those clones aren't able to be accessed until the augmentation happens, so you can't, you know, program for those things that technically don't exist. So, in short, you have to accommodate those clones and then find which one of those clones are the actual active things that you can edit in the program, so you can actually get interaction with things. So there's been a bit of a problem when it comes to actually interacting with things, because yeah, with image targets and stuff, you could very easily sort of go, there's only one version of the scene, thus I can keep poking my model in the face and it will recognize that I'm poking in the face. But of course, with user-defined targeting, because there's so many different versions of the scene, you don't know which actual version of the scene you're actually poking the face of. You're not sure if it's an active clone or a not active clone, so it's a bit confusing. So I've spent a lot of time just making sure that you are hitting the right thing, and I'm glad to say that I've got a test program. It's nothing big, it is literally just a half-finished model, because my animator, I have been paying him, but he's got a lot of other things on his plate as well, so he's taking his time, and I don't mind. So yeah, got a small AR buddy and just a small little interface, no animations or anything yet, but it's just something that I want to work on. So I'm just going to go ahead, start the program, and augment him on this Pop-Tarts box, because it's something useful. Anyway, he's just going to do some talking when the program starts, so I'll let him do the talking. And hopefully you might like him. Let's see here, start program, and as you can see here, build new target.
Welcome back, user. I see that I am not quite finished yet. Oh, no matter. I was just wondering when I will gain limbs.
Yeah, he's quite aware that he doesn't have arms or legs at the moment, as you can tell. We've got a few nice little things going on here that I'm going to have a nice talk function, so you can have nice in-depth conversations. Only because I would like to create a nice augmented buddy that actually has conversations with you and has variants of things to say to you. Social button is just going to be things like Facebook and Twitter and so on and so forth, just quick access to those as well as your augmentation buddy. And the blank ones, well, of course they're blank because I'm just trying to think of features that would be nice for everyone. So if you can think of features that would be nice for your own little augmented buddy application, because to be fair, I'm making this program where you have your own augmented buddy. It will have all these different capabilities, it's just what capabilities do you want? What sort of things would you want in this sort of app? Would you use it? Anyway, this is basically what I'm working with. The only major difference, other than using user-defined targeting, is that I've been able to get this to work. In the sense of, my mouse will currently act as my finger if I were to poke it on the screen of my Android tablet or my phone. So yeah, let's poke his helmet.
I see you're admiring my helmet. Shiny, no?
And of course, if you keep poking his helmet, he will say different things. However, I've only got 2 things at the moment.
You know, it takes a lot of effort to maintain this helmet.
Yeah, eventually I'm just going to make him so that if you keep poking his helmet, he will get a bit annoyed and tell you to knock it off. Though, as you can tell, the voice can't emote too well yet, but hey, at least he can enunciate properly, and that's something. Anyway, this is pretty much everything that I've covered at the moment. Future intention of this program is just for users to have a personal buddy of some sort. He is going to have animations eventually when he gets his limbs. And yeah, user-defined targeting. It's really fun, but really difficult to work with at the moment, but I don't mind because it's a fun challenge. And yeah. Also, ooh, yeah, that's a quick thing. Originally this was planned for the Mayo. It still is. However, I am going to be working on the main interaction method first before I put in Mayo capabilities, because it's a bit easier for users if they know how to poke things and so on and so forth first before adding extra peripherals. I hope you guys can understand. But yeah, other than that, that's everything, and hope you have a good day. And if, again, you've got any comments or anything you want to express, in the comments. And also, I am aware that I have recorded this in one shot. Oh my god, have I covered everything. So, yep, catch you guys later, and have a good night.